What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. As you can see by the hat, hopefully I am an Ironman, if you didn't know. That's gonna be my personality now. No, I just honestly put on this hat. I thought it was sick. The Ironman documentary will be coming out here soon, but as of now, I'm just gonna kind of keep vlogging and update you guys on my life and what's to come and how everything went. And yeah, so let's just kick off the vlog, and we got a lot to catch up on. So first we're getting Starbucks though, which we really don't do it much, but you know, today was just you wake up and you want a Starbucks day, I guess. So can they see my Ironman hat? 2.4 miles swim, hundreds of mile bike, 26.2 miles run. Let me just make sure you can tell. So post run, we did 5 miles easy. Now this is my first run after the Ironman. I waited almost a whole week. I waited 6 days. I've done, after most of my races or competitions, I've always tried to rush back into it. This time I just kind of lifted. But I want to kind of talk about some of the things that I'm going to be doing next, the reason for it. And kind of just share with you guys what the YouTube's going to look like for maybe a few weeks slash months. But I'm excited for this new chapter. But yeah, this is why I wanted to make the YouTube video, to just update you guys on where I'm at post Ironman, and yeah, kind of just talk more about it, because I do have a documentary coming, so I won't disclose too much. But so yeah, we're just going to keep going throughout the day, and then when I can sit down and talk, we'll just chat it up and let you know where I'm at with things. Breakfast is served. We had coffee. We have 2 eggs, 250 grams of egg whites, protein muffin, blueberry from Hummus Fit. Yeah, I'm gonna eat this breakfast and eat these burnt eggs. One day I'll figure it out. One day I'll figure out not to rush cooking. Maybe it tastes better. All right, so my routine post Ironman right now is a little bit of cardio. So we did 5 miles this morning at a 7:50, 7:45 minute per mile pace. And then we're gonna weight train right now. So just slowly integrating back, so that way, you know, I don't go back into that hole that I dug myself in throughout this whole Ironman prep. But we're gonna lift first and really focus on rebuilding the strength and the muscle that I lost throughout this prep, because I don't know if you guys can tell through the camera, but I definitely lost a lot of muscle. But this is where seasons in life happen. I'm going to talk more about this then, but you know, if it was just summer all the time, the leaves, the trees wouldn't flourish. If it was just winter all the time, the grass wouldn't grow, things wouldn't survive. And you can't always be in a state of training, and I don't think it's healthy mentally or physically to always be in a prep. So that's why I take these times of rebuilding and focusing on the season of making sure, you know, I don't burn out and I can keep that fire. Because straight up, like, that fire was getting really small by the end of this prep. So all right, so to give you a good idea of how much my strength training went down, again, I'm still recovering. It's only been about a week, but I used to be able to get like hundreds on incline for 10. I only got it for like 6 for my first set. So yeah, it's humbling. Gotta start somewhere. And then I moved to the 70s. So like, if I can't get the full amount of reps that I want, which is typically anywhere from 7 to 9, I'll drop set. So I went to 70s then after the hundreds, and yeah, it is what it is. This is why it's called a rebuild. All right, so just wrapped up chest and back. I want to kind of share my split, how I'm kind of reapproaching my weight training specifically. I think as of now, the split of push, pull, legs, and then chest and back, and then legs again. I just find that like it's the good amount of hitting like upper body, lower body, but overall just like gives me the best recovery and strength for performance as of now. But that was a training session. Honest thoughts, what to expect coming out of an Ironman, as far as like if you're trying to build muscle again, or if you have and then you notice you lost some, it's completely normal. When your energy shifts from just doing cardio, which is very atrophying, without weight training, which, I even did weight training. I weight trained 2, sometimes 3 times a week throughout this whole process. And I still lost a ton of strength, ton of muscle. So this is just the reality. I don't think there's a way around it when you train so much for something. I don't experience this as much in a marathon because the training per week is a lot lower. But when you compare it to an Ironman, it's a different ballgame. All right, so post-workout meal, I'm gonna share with you guys a hack. Overnight oats post-workout, but without waiting overnight. How do you do it? What it is oats, and then instead of waiting overnight, you add yogurt after you cook the oats, and it makes the oats cold. Then you add your protein. I did vegan peanut butter BPM protein, and then you add frozen fruit with peanut butter, honey. I mean, this is just fire. This is probably one of my favorite meals. All right, so what is next? It's probably why you guys clicked on the video. I go into the documentary, but I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. This was by far the closest I've ever gotten to burning out. There's a video coming out that's going to tell you the whole story of all of it. But it was amazing. Like, amazing Ironman, amazing journey. Tough race. Had some adversity that I went throughout the race. Wasn't what I hoped for, but was probably what I needed to be humbled. But the race went great. Got the Ironman done. And yeah, I guess I can say I am an Ironman. But now, I need to go back to something more sustainable and something I enjoy. I love pushing myself. I love the Ironman prep, but I don't love it enough to keep doing it. And maybe you guys feel that certain way, that you want to kind of just do something to accomplish that thing that you were afraid to do. And that may have been the case for me. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I just want to do what makes me feel good, what allows me to be the best person for those around me, and mentally, even myself. So that looks like weight training and running for a little bit, maybe biking, maybe even swimming, who knows, but just not really having too much of a white knuckle approach to training for the next few months. I really want to build back my strength and my muscle. Again, that's just something that first got me into the gym. That's what makes me happy. That's what also makes me feel good. And that's where I kind of talked about earlier, like with seasons, like I can't just train all out all times a year. I just can't. It takes too much of a toll on my mental health and too much of a toll on my life. So I'm going to just share the journey to rebuilding the physique, rebuilding the muscle, rebuilding the strength, and balancing that with obviously cardio, because I still love cardio. I still will do races in the future. I still will push myself and that side of things. But as of now, this is quote unquote maybe like an off season, or if you want to say that. But the main message I just want to share to you guys is I'm not a robot. Like, I've said this before, but if you think that these days that were easy for me or training, like, it's tough for me, but I do it because that's the goal, and I got it done. but now this is the time to take a step back and put energy into other things. I got to a point where I couldn't even take the trash out. I could, but I didn't want to. Like, it just felt like a much harder task than it should have, like little things. And I'm excited to be able to put a lot of energy into my work again of coaching and helping out more, you know, around the house and my family, and just getting some more vitality back. Because I'd be lying if I said that I didn't lose some vitality in that process, just because like all your energy is going to training. Like, there's just really no way for me that I've experienced to have vitality in both things. So it's a give or take, but that's why there's seasons. So this season, if you want to follow along, some goals I have is to recomp the physique, because I feel quite skinny fat and weak. I feel just super small. So rebuild, a lot of strength training, a lot of hypertrophy work, throwing around weight, logging miles, getting on a running routine. I'll share all this in the next video, my structure. And overall, just being healthy and feeling good. You know, I came off the sub 3 hour marathon right into the Ironman prep. It's like, I mean, for the past 6 months, I've been kind of floored. So after months of tearing the body apart and the mind, it's time to rebuild it. So I'm going to take you guys through that. And we're going to start the rebuild, getting back to the roots, baby. Weight training and cardio. The hybrid lifestyle, if you want to say that. If you guys have any questions about or recommendations on what you want to see throughout this next kind of phase of YouTube and training, let me know in the comments below. Much love. Thank you guys all for watching my Ironman prep videos. Truly, the only reason I put it out is to hopefully inspire you guys to do something that scares you, like that did for me, and overcome it. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Much love. If I post this before Thanksgiving, hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. Catch you guys in the next one. I guess I should throw it in there. Stay corn fed.